Hey friends, I headed up to Brisbane for a couple of days to run a workshop, do a photo meetup, and then do a job with Tina. And I thought I'd bring you all along. I always make vlogs when I go on the road overseas. So here I am. I've just landed after a short flight from Sydney to Brisbane on the SkyTrain heading into Brisbane CBD. Used the time to, catch up on some emails. Fantastically, they had Wi-Fi on the train. So here we go. This is my luggage. One little roll-on, a massive suitcase, and then a really heavy bag with my laptop and camera. This is traveling light nowadays. My LA or my USA trip, I'll be carrying way more than this. Just out of the station at Brizzy, look at that building. You can just tell government buildings, right? You could be in Russia or South Korea or America. Shitty old buildings that look like they're covered in these little dimply rocks all look the same. Guy over here wearing a white doctor's jacket, really colourful pockets. I wonder if he is a magician or a doctor or a donation collector. Alrighty, so in Brizzy now, checked into my hotel and realised why the accommodation was so expensive this weekend. There's a concert last night, a music festival all weekend, and the rugby's on tonight. And the area I'm looking to stay was right in the middle of all of it. So there's heaps of teenagers out in their Daisy Dukes heading out to the music festival today. Anyway, I've checked in a couple of hours early, go for a little wander. I don't know Brisbane at all. I've only been here twice, I think, ever. But yeah, seems like and got lucky with the weather. Apparently it's been crappy, but it's gorgeous today. And oh my God, what is this car? They like their luxury cars here. I just saw a pretty sweet Ferrari drive past. And what is this? Some kind of AMG. Is it the SLS or something? Damn, 6.3 litre. Yeah, SLS. Lovely. I'll have two, please. So like Melbourne, Brisbane has a big, well, they're more heavily branded than Melbourne, but a bike loan system like a lot of Europe. Sydney's mayor is pushing really hard to promote bikes and putting in bike lanes everywhere, but we still don't have anything like this, loaner system. It's pretty smart. Maybe I'll take one for a spin later. I popped into Subway for lunch, and this was the first time I ever saw they were just leaving all the bread out on the counter right underneath their 5-star food safety rating. I think if you leave the bread at sneezing level, that's 5-star. If it's near the hand washing area of the public toilet, that's only 3.5. Okay, so this is Brizzy's Queen Street Mall, like their walking mall where all the swanky shops are, it would appear. I think I've only been to this part of town once in my life. Oh, and here we go, the Pig and Whistle. This is where I'm meeting people for my meetup Photowalk today, so that's handy to find where it is. That looks pretty cool. So I'm just going to wander around and kill a couple of hours till I can check in. Somebody mentioned there's a music festival in town. Comes too quick. Cheap spits. 2 dogs effing. Yeah, lovely. Should see a bit of that around today. Congratulations, Brisbane. You just won World's Most Offensive T-shirt. Let's have a look at that. I'm not going to read it. You can just, you get the gist. Charming. Gotta love a group who themes themselves for a festival. Hey, I wonder if they look too young for a festival. And I wasn't joking about the Daisy Dukes. It's like a cut-off party in Brisbane. Yeah, just like Taiwan was. I gotta say, of all the brands, I actually find Louis Vuitton the most ridiculous because this stupid monogram is just vinyl and they charge so much for it. But their displays are nearly always really, really cool and immaculate. Except this one where it's falling off its holders. And a couple of grand for a vinyl bag. So one of the swanky ladies at this super fancy mall just gave me a fortune cookie. Let's see what's in it. These things are always accurate, so I'm guessing it'll say you're tired and disinterested. Or your credit's not good enough to be in here. Brilliant, even more accurate. Your stilettos will guide you to lunchtime prosperity. Bullshit. Oh, and New Shanghai has a blah 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 blah. Brilliant. Okay, so having been here for all of an hour or so on my second trip, some in-depth observations. seems compared to Sydney, people tend to generally be in better shape. A lot of fit people, but then when people do let themselves go, they really let themselves go. What else? Seems to be a lot of pregnant ladies around. Food is a lot cheaper. And in this CBD area, I can only find stuff like Coffee Club and Starbucks to have coffee. I haven't seen many independent little coffee shops. There you go. That's Brisbane summed up. Oh, and they drink funny beer. And apparently Brisbane people are colourblind. The yellow cab company is dark grey and orange. So I'm staying on the 33rd floor, finally checking in. And the guy said it's the best room in the apartments, in his opinion. Should have a river view. Can't believe they have a level 44. That would never happen in Hong Kong or Asia. Okay, so just dropped my bag, and yeah, it doesn't look too bad at all. Nice little kitchen. Some ridiculous corporate art. And, oh, that brown little trickle over there, I guess that's the river. Oh, there's two of them. There we go. Pretty big balcony. Let's see, am I coordinated enough to open this door? Oh, come on. Or am I tough enough? Okay, lovely little bedroom. And the second bedroom will open up when Tina arrives. Not too shabby. Well, I'm glad it's decent, because I'm going to have someone over here to do a private body shoot whilst I'm in town. So I'm just looking in the window of this shop that sells all kinds of, as they call them, fine writing instruments, including these ones with little skull and crossbones on them. And then they've got, you know, the old inkwell fountain pens. Kind of cool. But seriously, is anyone still using a feathered quill? They've got a whole range of them here. Do they still make desks with ink pots? So, well, there you go. If the quill hasn't died out, film's going to be here for a long time. Okay, there's two things I find funny here. First of all, if it's called Sushi Kim, probably don't go. That sounds Korean, not Japanese. And then the restaurant that's closed, Lucky Chinaman Newsagent. Not as lucky as they'd hoped, I think. Every time I've walked past here, there's been people taking pictures, and I didn't know why. I guess it's just that building in that direction is of importance, and then you've got this one. But yeah, there's been like 6 or 7 people standing around with phones or cameras or DSLRs taking shots in this tiny little park just on the main street. Not particularly interesting, but yawn. It's time to meet the Photowalk crew. Alright, a group of men with backpacks. That looks like them. Oh, I see a tripod. Must be them. Okay, so cool walk, nice group of guys and a couple of ladies as well. We ended up at the Bavarian Beer Cafe, whoops, and now heading back to get some shut-eye. Tomorrow's the nude portraiture workshop. Morning everyone, it's Sunday morning. Slept for like 10 hours last night, my god, caught up for the whole week I think. So now just having a little wander around. My nude workshop doesn't start until 2 p.m. So I'm heading down into town just for a little wander and found this little, the Bon Choix. I think that means the good choice. I have no idea. So a little coffee and then, yeah, checking into a fancier hotel to run the workshop for tonight. So I'll actually have 2 different hotels in 2 different parts of towns for little old me. I've just come inside to go to the grocery store and I noticed this sign, Australia Day 2. That may sound a little bit funny. Australia Day is January the 26th, and that day they had terrible floods in Brisbane. They've had a bad run of it with rain in the last couple of years in Queensland. So this weekend I think they're celebrating Australia Day again because everyone was in crisis mode last time. So happy Australia Day, Brisbane. Okay, so I'm walking to the next hotel to run my nude portrait workshop with a bag absolutely stuffed to the brim of gear. And Australia has a thing for the big. You know, we've got America's the big apple, but we've got the big banana and the big merino and the big prawn, different cities and their landmarks. I don't know if this one is technically one of those, but over there is a pretty bloody big pair of koalas. Considering all the eucalyptus leaves on that tree are gone, we're going to be in trouble when they come down from there. They're cranky little buggers. Alright, so now I'm all set up in the room for the intimate portraiture workshop. It's a nice corner suite style room. In the next 10 minutes the model will arrive, and then half an hour later all of our participants. So it should be a fun shoot. Great space, great decor, and perfect for this kind of thing because it's all about then being able to go into any situation. So whether it's your home or a hotel or a studio, to be able to make this shot. So I actually love that every hotel presents its own challenges of where the windows are and where there's reflective surfaces. But this one's quite good, and it won't be too challenging to show all of the workarounds to get some nice images. Hey guys, so flash forward a day and now the weather's gone to crap, just as people told me. The weather's really patchy here at the moment. The workshop yesterday was fantastic. All the participants gave excellent feedback, said they loved it, and the model was just fantastic too. Today I'm actually just going off to see some family who live around here, so nothing too special. And then Tina arrives tonight, so we'll see if anything interesting pops up. Otherwise I might just see you tomorrow. So after an awesome day hanging out with family and my little nephew, I got a cab back into the city, and it was pouring rain and terrible traffic, and I got a very strongly opinionated taxi driver.
So that's why suddenly, there's a crisis and they're going bankrupt. And they are going bankrupt. You can't compete with China. Cheap labour, you can't.
He went on from economics to talk about relationships and gender roles in society and how women are devaluing themselves and then making themselves worthless as wives. It was quite something. Oh man, really annoying. Like a $75 taxi ride just to get 10 or 15 Ks thanks to the traffic. And then that guy just kind of ranting for a lot of it. It was interesting though. Anyway, home now, and I think Tina's arrived, so I don't know. Just go and chill out a while. Smile wave. Tina came up and we had a 2-day shoot together with a Brisbane-based photographer for a project he was working on. Tina was there as model and I was there to consult and assist on the project. It was really fun, so a good chance for us to hang out and get silly as well as doing all of the photography stuff. The day of shooting went really well, no problems at all. We had the afternoon, evening to ourselves, so we went back and made a little video. You can click the link there, and then did a test shoot for private bodies. Then we just hung out, went out to dinner, and that was pretty much it. So let's pick it up the next day. But now, Tina's hungover. She's a little bit hungover. Somebody got into the white wine last night. How are you feeling?
Good, like 100%.
100% hungover. So we're this is the start of our second day of shooting up in Brisbane, and we've got an hour and a half to kill. So I'm chaperoning her so she doesn't do too much shopping and to make sure she doesn't start drinking again, because this is an important shoot and you need to start taking these things seriously.
Serious. I mean, like, pure hangover, you have to keep drinking. That's what they say, right? So
Children these days, seriously. Yes, that is two girls wearing Bart Simpson jumpers and cut-off shorts for fun. Hello, Brisbane. Wednesday morning. So I'm just sitting. I'm just sitting down for my giant coffee breakfast, and it's time to share with you a little secret about Tina that she's been hiding. She actually has 3 nipples. Check out this bad boy. She got bit by a bug the other day. It tweaked that bad boy, and she reckons it looks just like a nipple, or nipple, as they say in Germania. Yeah, let's keep this PG. We're going to pester this dumpling restaurant to see if they'll start steaming stuff before they open, so we have time to eat it before we go to our shoot. Lucky I'm not the only one who's going to be wearing a swimsuit and showing dumpling belly. And your third nipple, yes. Oh, they're working. Get to work. I'm waiting for her to dunk the head. It's like a puppy sitting at the window of a butcher shop.
Feed me. I just want to try before
Looks like she's in heat. Alright, on your marks, get it, go! The shoots all went really well. I can't show you too much footage from that because, as I said, it wasn't my shoot. I was there as a consultant. But here's a bunch of different outtakes and shots I grabbed. Some with DSLR, some just with camera phone, here, there, and everywhere. Sometimes using the full lighting setup, other times just using what was around whilst they were getting ready for the next shot. And here's one final one where I did sort out the lighting for the main photographer, which I quite like this one. Also styled her. So we're going home. Did you have a fun weekend?
Of course I did.
With Uncle Matty? And there was nothing to complain about, right? No untoward behaviour.
We were on our best behavior.
Best behaviour. There, you heard it. I was only joking about being hungover. Yeah, let's find something to eat. It's been a long day. Ooh, Red Rooster. I love it. Dirty heels, a garbage truck in the background, and even my dinner's caught yellow fever. That does not look like an appetizing sandwich, but I'm starving. So yay! Successful trip to Brizzy. And stay tuned, Tina and I may have a little surprise for people in Europe. So yeah. Ooh, what could it be? Oh, what could it be? Oh, eat that sandwich. Okay, take a moment to subscribe to the That Nikon Guy channel and check out our videos. There's over 1,000 of them up at the moment. Jump into the playlist section and you'll find lists dedicated to a whole bunch of different topics from gear to shooting technique and more.